the GTD might be the sweet spot. It might be the best Golf. 248 on the Speedo. These are 17-inch winter tires. 17-inch wheels. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we are checking out another viewer's car. This is Hadi's VW Golf GTD, the Golf Mark 8, as you can see. And well, it's actually a rental car. So Hadi is waiting for his Audi e-tron, and in the meantime he got this Golf 8 GTD from the rental company. So I actually really like the fact that Hadi is taking this rental car to us, because he just told me that he was driving it around and he was noticing that a lot of people really like this car, and he thought, well, maybe it's something for the guys at AutoTopNL, and yes it is. We have a very soft spot in our hearts for Golf GTDs. We did a trip back in the day, years ago, with the Golf 6 GTD, and we absolutely loved that car for just covering distance on the Autobahn. Decent amount of power combined with a great fuel economy makes for a nice travel companion. So today I'm going to show you around it. We're going to cover a little bit of the Golf 8, but we've done a couple of reviews already, so not too much. And after that we're going to take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to receive updates when we upload a new video. You can also check us out on Instagram at AutoTopNL for some behind the scenes footage. And if you like, go check out our store where we sell our watches and the Draggy GPS performance box. You can go there in the top right corner for more info. So the Golf 8. We're going to cover the looks a little bit, because we do have some differences compared to the GTI. But of course, VW Golf has three GT models, the GTI, the GTD and the GTE. The GTI is the most sporty one, of course, 245 horsepower, 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. The GTE is the plug-in hybrid. It also has 245 horsepower, and the GTD is the diesel with a 2-liter 4-cylinder with 200 horsepower. Now, they all share the same face. The GTI has a red strip running across the front end. The GTD has this chrome strip, and of course the GTD badge. The GTE has a blue strip. So that theme returns all around the car. We do have the same GTI bumper with these LED daytime running lights, a nice sporty bumper. These are 17-inch winter tires, but the GTD comes on 18s as standard. We've got the GTD badge right there. And at the rear, we've got a different exhaust, of course, from a GTI, which has the two tailpipes. This has the double one on one side, the GTD badge right there. And we also have the tartan in here with grey instead of red. Now, if you go for a GTE, it would be blue. So again, it's the same for all models. And this is actually something a lot of you guys noticed in my previous reviews with this car, with the GTI. In both videos, the comments, I saw this a lot, and you are right, there is no gas lift support. So this is just old school, which is pretty weird actually. Anyway, we've got the 2-liter 4-cylinder diesel engine with 200 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. Power is actually up from the Golf 7 GTD, which had 184 horsepower, so up to 200. That's a nice bump, and it's actually a really nice engine for this car, and a really nice horsepower figure, really nice torque figure especially. Okay, so interior, as I said, we've got the grey tartan instead of the red in the GTI or the blue in the GTE, and that's really nice. You do get like a GTI feeling in here, which is nice. We've got a little GTD badge on the steering wheel as well, and of course we have the new all digital infotainment system, which is horrible. I've talked about this 2 times before. I don't want to spend too much time bashing it this time, but it is still absolutely horrible. Hadi actually said that he thinks it's horrible as well. He's driven this car 6,000 kilometers in 2 months, and he still didn't get used to it. He says it's horrible. So yeah, I thought maybe after driving it for a while you get used to it, but so if we start it up, oh, that's park, that's start. It's nice and quiet. I really like that. So it's of course a different approach than the GTI. A GTI should be entertaining and a GTD should be quiet, fast and economical. And I do like that approach. I do like the fact that VW has these 3 GT cars that all have a completely different character. So for driving modes, we're going to go for sport for the gearbox, and we are in sport mode already. Traction control, as you guys know, you can get this shortcut in here. It does take a while, but it is possible. ESC Sport, and here we go. So as I said, quiet, fast, economical. Those are the 3 keywords for a GTD, and the fact that this Golf 8 has grown both in size and grown up in character, I do think that the GTD might be the sweet spot. It might be the best Golf, even better than the GTI, because I think that this GTD setup might suit the Golf 8 better, especially because I feel like the GTI is not as entertaining as I would want, and the GTD does its work really well. So I think this might be the more successful car. We haven't driven the GTE, but I can't imagine that it would be better than this or a GTI. So let's do a launch control, everything in sport, foot on the brake, full throttle. There we go. A little bit of wheel spin, and there we go. 0 to 100 should be done in 7.1 seconds, which we actually measured on these winter tires, so that's fine. But cruising around like this, I mean, I've talked about this before. Driving a fast diesel, you shouldn't floor it. That's the moment when they disappoint. If you start flooring a fast diesel, you think, well, it's not that fast. If you drive it around and you use like 75 to 80% throttle, let the gearbox do its work by itself, don't go manually shifting with the pedals, just let the DSG gearbox do its work. That's when the car feels fast, because it feels really effortless. And I even think that the DSG gearbox with this engine works better than in the GTI, because I can already feel it shifts at the right moment and it keeps the same gear at the right moment. And I think that's critical in why a diesel car feels fast. It's the fact that it will shift down quite late, stay in gear quite often, and that's when you feel that torque, that 400 Newton meters. And that's why a fast diesel is so nice to drive in the real world and why it feels fast. So VW actually says that this is one of the cleanest diesel engines available right now. Well, we've heard that before from VW, so might not take that too seriously, but it does have 2 catalytic converters and a lot of AdBlue spraying in there. I don't know if that's more than usually or whatever, but they say it's really clean, and Hadi did tell us that it's really economical, even when you drive, you know, in a spirited fashion. So in that respect, it really does deliver. Alrighty, so let's take it to the Autobahn, where we are going to floor it, of course, because it should have a top speed of 245 kilometers an hour. But more importantly, how does it feel going there? So here we go, full throttle. Gee, this is kick down for the pedal, and it doesn't even shift down. Okay, here we go, full throttle. It is, the engine is actually really quiet. They've done a great job insulating that, and there are no vibrations whatsoever. It feels really smooth. So we are up to 220 kilometers an hour, still going well, and we have to brake a little bit now. So this is what I mean when I say that it doesn't really feel that fast, because you hardly have any sound. It shifts at like 4,500 RPM. But it's not a slow car, it's actually quicker than a 2019 VW Polo GTI with a DSG. So and I actually really believe that this is the better choice. If you drive this car every day, I honestly believe that this beats the new GTI. Because you have that torque, I think the DSG works better. It's quiet, it's fast, it looks cool. I mean, it looks exactly the same as a GTI. 248 on the speedo. Again, 200 kilometers an hour flooring it, it just stays in 7th gear. And this is where this car shines. I mean, it's super grown up for its size, and it's stable, it's quiet, it's quick, and you can cover a lot of distance in this car in perfect comfort. I also think it's a little bit less of a drama queen basically than a GTI. A GTI, you know, with the DSG farts and a little bit more sound, but it's not that entertaining. It's not even that sporty. I think this is much more understated and does its work, you know, quietly. And I think that has something cool about it. The effortless performance, and it's just free of attitude, you know? It's very sympathetic, if you ask me. So handling wise, I mean, we can't really test that because we've got winter tires with 17-inch wheels. And it feels like it's on shopping cart wheels because the rear is moving around as well. But other than that, I mean, this is just a really, really nice car. It's really enjoyable. I quite like it. And as I said, I've got a soft spot for these GTDs, and this one really doesn't disappoint. So, Hadi, I can imagine you like the car. I'm curious to see how you like your Audi e-tron compared to this one. It would be interesting. Please let us know. To you guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video right here, or go check out this playlist. See you at the next one. Bye.